What's up, witches? How's it going? So, obviously I'm in a car, which is kind of shaky because these roads are shit. Um, but I'm going on an adventure across some state lines to go visit a friend in real life and see that they're a tangible person, which is pretty cool. So I figured I would kind of take you along on this adventure, which is going to be pretty exciting. And I didn't really plan on an intro. I wasn't really sure how I was going to do this. And now I'm headed towards Chicago, so this is where the intro is starting. I've already been on the road for 4 hours. I still have like 3 hours to go. Shaka. I hate driving in big cities. Anything around big cities. Like I said, I'm going towards Chicago right now, so no me gusta. And people, why is everyone in Illinois driving like 100 miles an hour, weaving in and out of traffic? Like, do y'all have a death sentence or what the fuck? I'm used to like country roads with big trucks and shit like that I can do, but I don't like this. This is weird. But anyway, driving with ADHD is really weird because your brain's thinking about 50 different things and you're trying to remember to come back into consciousness and focus on the road. It's a strange concept. I don't recommend driving with an ADHD brain, but if you have no other option, have a good time, I guess. But no, I'm just here doing things. It feels like I've been driving forever, and also I haven't been driving at all for a very long time. It's a weird dichotomy that doesn't really make sense, but here we are. Just doing the thing. I'm trying my best not to glaze over, which is why I kind of decided to film this intro now. I'll probably film another one later because this one's kind of shite. But that's okay. Why are there so many people? Oh, it's because it's 4 o'clock and everyone's getting off of work. Yay! I love this. I love this for me so much. Anyway, I'm gonna go because I don't want to get in a car accident, so I'll catch you later when I'm farther along in my journey. So, I have a lot of thoughts when I'm driving just because I have ADHD, so obviously my brain's everywhere. Why do accident and injury lawyers always look like Batman villains? Like, I just saw one, and I swear to the gods, he had his fedora tilted sideways with an all-black suit and given a shit-eating grin of just, yeah, that's right, I know the Penguin. Like, do you have meetings with the Riddler? Why do you look like a Batman villain? What the fuck? And they all look that way. It's like, I exclusively do accident injury law. That's the only thing I practice. Therefore, when I got my law degree, in addition to giving me the piece of paper, they also gave me a mask and told me to make up my own name. Like, oof, that's a bad day. Car accidents are a super common thing in Illinois, it seems, because everywhere they're like, here's a sign. All it says is, if you get into a minor accident, get to the side of the road. It's the law. So that means it happens enough and frequently that they have to put up signs every, 2 miles. And I could believe that, because I've almost been in an accident 10 times since I've been in this godforsaken area. I don't even know how close I am to getting out of here. I know I still have 30 miles, but what's after the 30 miles? But those are just my thoughts. Other thoughts. You know how people steal signs just because it's a thing? The signs that say stay in your lane, I feel like people would definitely steal those more than others, just because it's funny. And it's just a plain white sign, it has black lettering, it's all blocked, and it's just, stay in your lane. I feel like that's a quality sign. That's how you know the accidents are bad. Holy shit. One of those green signs on the side of the road is just torn half off. Somebody had a bad day. I don't know. Part of me is oh yeah, living in a big city might be cool just because there's things to do and there's tons of people that you could talk to. And then I think about it in reality and I'm like, I don't really like talking to most people, because most people don't have anything interesting to say. I said that on TikTok. I made a video and it was like, as someone who has introverted energy, like, I'm an introvert with extroverted energy, I guess I would say. But what I said was, my biggest pet peeve is when people say things to me and nothing actually of value comes out of their mouth. Because people who know me know that I am the most open person ever. So if you want to talk about life, love, the pursuit of happiness, aliens, the fall of society, capitalism, politics, where you think you go after you die, what happens to your body after you die, like true crime, you name it. Like, I will talk to you until the end of the earth in those topics, for sure. And if you have something cool that you're like a super expert on, I will shoot the shit with you all day. But the amount of people who don't have anything interesting to say is too many. I think as a society we need to get back to a point, actually I don't even think that was a point at any point, but we have the internet now. Find what your niche is, find what your special interests are, and just research the fuck out of them and have something cool to say, so when someone's like, oh, what are you interested in? You don't just go, sports. I like the news. Reading's cool. Like, okay, you like reading. What do you like to read? Nonfiction. What kind of nonfiction? Like, I will try my hardest to continue a conversation, but if you're giving me nothing, I'm not gonna waste my breath. That's why I'm very particular about who I consider friends, because it's like, if I'm taking these spoons to go hang out with somebody, you better be worth my time, you know? And so many people I've interacted with, especially working in hotels, their existence is just so mundane and boring. Just, I guess my PSA to the world is just have something interesting to say. That's all. Just at least one topic. So if you're sitting next to somebody on the bus and they ask you about something, you can say a little 5-minute conversation at least, and you don't just have one-word answers, because that makes you boring and irrelevant. Okay, we're getting back to traffic now. I'm gonna go. What was I just saying? Okay, another billboard for an injury lawyer that only does it. It says exclusively accident lawyer. And this one he made his own name. He's called The Hammer, and he has a fucking sledgehammer in the billboard. Like, I don't know what's better, Mob Boss, the first one I saw, or The Hammer. Like, oh, I hope I see more of these. These are fucking great. Indiana has such a different vibe. Oh, poor raccoon. But, exactly. Indiana is interesting. I've been to Indiana a couple times. There's a lot more trees here, which I enjoy. I finally got out of the concrete jungle and was hit by a wall of humidity. I don't know how y'all are surviving down here. It's hot, it's sticky. Not here for it. But that's fine. Whatever. But Chicago's ridiculous. Most of Illinois is ridiculous. And then you get to Indiana and it's like, hey, you can't go 105 here. You have to stay to the speed limit. We're watching you. But it's very nice. But I've noticed that since I left Illinois and got into Indiana, I'm seeing a lot more, like, Christian signs, like pro-Jesus signs, which, fine, but they're not the nice, supportive ones that are, like, around Wisconsin, which is feeling down, struggling, question mark, reach out to Jesus type thing. Like, those, fine. These ones are like, obey Jesus' teachings in big, bold, bright letters. And it's like, okay, hello. I'm in Indiana. Oof. But I don't think this is shaking like a bitch. Yeah, the roads here aren't great either. But one of the things that I've come to do just mentally over the years of traveling around the Midwest is I have characterized and personified the states. So I've always thought that Minnesota is the oldest sister who, like, married into a rich family and is just kind of uppity. Like, she presents well, she's got a lot going for her, and she knows she's the shit, so she's kind of like, That's Minnesota. Illinois is like the eldest brother who's like, he moved to the city because he was gonna be an aspirational person, philanthropist, and just got too serious and too assured of himself type thing, and compensates with his ego, because that's what I get out of Illinois. Indiana is like the youngest brother who really doesn't want anything to do with anyone, so he exclusively shops at like Cabela's and Bass Pro Shop, and he just lives out in a little shack out on a bunch of land, living his best life, and the only reason the siblings ever visit him is they're moving through his space to go visit another sibling. So that's what I have a feeling of Indiana right now. Wisconsin is obviously like the middle child boy who's just, there's things to do that are outside, but he doesn't take himself too seriously. He's just kind of like, yeah, I'm average, I'm here, there's nothing super special about me, but I'm doing okay. Iowa is the little sister who kind of gets mad that people don't pay attention to her, because it's like, we have the Quad Cities, we have things. It's like, okay, you're really good at these couple things, and I'm really proud of you for those, but besides that, you're also pretty average, and you're trying to compensate, and there's nothing to compensate. So that's a thing. And then there's Michigan. Michigan is like, I guess it would be like an eldest brother, but not quite like Illinois. Michigan's more like the eldest brother who's just kind of very stoic and slightly standoffish, kind of rugged. Would definitely get along with Indiana in the sense of like living out in the middle of nowhere. And of course I'm mixing Michigan and the UP together as one character. But no, Michigan is very much a hard front, going fishing, going hunting, living out in the woods, living my best life type thing. Like, gorgeous, absolutely, but not super friendly. Doesn't really know how to do interpersonal skills. But no, those are my categories of the states. It just, I don't know, I've been to all of them at this point, and it's just kind of like, and before anyone says it, I'm not categorizing Ohio, because no, we're not doing it. Alright, see, I can actually talk and like have a conversation right now, because it isn't wall-to-wall traffic. I'm pretty sure for a solid 2 hours there, I was in more or less bumper-to-bumper traffic, and there was a bunch of accidents. Somebody rear-ended the back of a semi and ripped the whole front of their truck off. It was not pretty. The dude was on the ground with like 4 paramedics around him. I don't know what the fuck he did, but he wasn't paying attention, I'm sure. So, now I'm just kind of cruising towards Grand Rapids. So, I still have like 2 hours to go, so I'm doing alright on time. Just dealing with this humidity. Alright, I'll check in later. First thing, I didn't realize that there was a time zone difference between Wisconsin and Michigan. Now I know. Now I'm all disoriented. Whatever. Second, there's so much fucking kudzu in Michigan, but I haven't seen a single goat farm. You've got all these fucking vines everywhere, and not a single goat to try and pull it back, rein it in, do something. Michigan, where are your goats? Are they just hiding inward and I just can't see them? But like, kudzu's taking over all these trees on the side of the highway. and not a single goat to be seen. Hashtag Michigan needs more goats.
Hello, good morning. It's the next day, kind of obviously. I just wanted to be on record that because of the time zone difference between Wisconsin and Michigan, I was awake at 8:30 this morning. That's all. Right, now that I'm actually prepped and ready looking like a bad bitch, I'm gonna go meet Kat up at her hotel. I don't actually know what we're doing today. It's kind of just let's do whatever the fuck. And so that's pretty exciting because I don't really get to do stuff like this. I'm currently staying in a comfort suite that's like 10 minutes away from them, but they're staying at the Amway Grand Hotel. So I'll show you that because it's a really cool hotel. I visited them yesterday just before I went to bed because it was like an 8-hour drive to this part of Michigan. So I was tired. But anyway, we're gonna go do fun things. I have no idea what we're gonna do, but I'm gonna take you along. Maybe. All right. There are stairs. Okay. Parking garages are such a strange thing to someone who's never lived in a big city. Because it's like they feel like they're threatening. But there's cameras everywhere, so it's like, is there actually a threat, or is that just my stupid small town mind? Who knows? It's very damp in Michigan. Like, the humidity is off the fucking charts. But I felt like just going down 3 flights of stairs because I didn't want to wait for the elevator. Because people are gross and I don't want them breathing on me. But I have to walk down the road here, which is gorgeous. And then I'm going into their hotel. So let's go do that. This is a very bad angle. And that's where we're going. So yesterday I walked into this hotel and it's like a grand plaza. So I'm like, I feel super out of place. I'm just wearing leggings and a boring t-shirt and people are coming in their suits and like $1,000 dresses. So today I'm wearing a t-shirt, ripped jeans, shorts, and fishnets. So I'm gonna look even more out of place. That's okay. I'm living my best life. Let me show you this fucking hotel, dude. Ready for it? So yeah, it's a lot. So now I'm gonna wait for Kat.
Just
So the place I'm in now is called the Imperial Ballroom, and it just, the name fits too well because there's like old world art and tassels on everything, and there's too many chandeliers, it's a lot. But yeah, it's a very extra hotel. Honestly though, like my impulse control aside, I really want to jump on this chandelier and just like swing from the rafters. Not gonna do it, but I want to. Like, wouldn't that be so much fun? God damn it, you know what I forgot? My little dongle for... Why am I so close? I can do this. This is a much better angle. Hello. Still figuring out this whole recording while moving thing. But I left my dongle in my car because I was using it for music. Fuck. And I'm on the 3rd floor of that parking garage. Maybe if I'm feeling extra, I'll go back and get it. Otherwise, we're gonna deal with shit sound quality. Am I supposed to be sitting on the stairs? Probably not. Am I gonna sit on the stairs anyway because I'm a floor people? Yep.
Shot.
incredible.
Right, anyway, now that I actually have a microphone and our sound quality won't be complete shite.
Sup, bitches?
That exposure though, hello, I'm not that white. There we go, hello. I'm pale, not that pale. I have no idea what we're doing today.
Who knows, man?
We're just making it up as we go. It's humid as fuck, and I might melt into a puddle. But you know, we're livid, we're vibing, it's great.
You think because I'm from Puerto Rico I'm used to the humidity? Nah, bitch.
You can't get used to this shit. You can feel the air. It's uncomfy, but here we are. Anyway, we should do a fit check. And of course, I left my hat, and now it started raining. Because, of course it did.
How humid is it?
Very humid.
It's raining.
It's lovely. Having a great time. Oh, ugh. Now we're wet. But I saved the camera and the recording equipment, so.
So wet.
Having a great time.
Ooh.
Usually I love the rain, but like, my eyeliner. Hello.
Me neither, but we're not rich. We're born rich.
That way you don't get like Ann and Joe.
Hey.
It was raining, so it's really humid again. But you know, we just vibing. That's okay. Definitely possible.
Yep, basically. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I couldn't even pretend to get anywhere near any of these. That's hilarious.
You can't put it down or anything? Yeah, you can't put the hammer down? No!
The Bob. Anyway.
What are we thinking?
I love this so much. Hell yeah.
Good morning. It is Wednesday, and it's time for me to go home. I'm gonna meet up with Kat one more time to be like, hey, it was really fun seeing you, and then I have a 7-hour drive ahead of me, so it's bittersweet. It was a really good time. I had a really good time. It's just leaving always sucks, you know? So let's go.
Hello. So, if you haven't figured it out by now, thrifting is kind of one of my love languages, so we're meeting up at this place called New to You, which is just outside of Grand Rapids because the city is just chaos. And I'm like, you want to meet somewhere chiller to say goodbye? And she's like, yeah. So we're gonna just thrift for a little bit and then part our ways and head home. So, well, we've said our goodbyes. It's time to go home. Alright, so update. I went to a Big B Coffee, which I guess is a chain kind of like Dunkin' Donuts, I think I'm still in Michigan. Pretty sure I'm still in Michigan. Not sure. Anyway, but it's a Red Bull refresher, kind of like the Starbucks thing, but with a ton of caffeine in it, because I am tired already, and I have like 7 more hours to go. It's good. They're like, do you want Zip? It's like an additive that's a little bit more energy. I'm like, fucking give it to me. I'm very tired and I need to be alert and awake. And then proceeded to almost run over a giant boulder that's just sitting next to their building. Anyway, doesn't matter. I need to find something to eat quick because it's like, well, 2 back home. It's 1 here. Either way, I need to find food. And then I need to get back on the road. I'm going way slower than I thought I was going to because there's a lot of construction and traffic and everything else, but we're making her. It's good. Anyway.
Just because he was indicted. In this case, we don't think that's what happened for the next Republican presidential nomination. And he's the current de facto leader of the Republican Party, then director of the Trump Organization subsidiary in Scotland. It was the Wall Street Journal and then the Washington Post that matched that reporting today.
Notwithstanding the dangerous environment of being in a war zone, Dabrowski argued that fear, a stronger sense of self, increased compassion, and a general caged by corporate fear. Russian society found the most valuable currency to be boundaries. Once upon a time, there were 2 youngsters. A boy that goes not just for romantic relationships, but also for family relationships and friendships. It's based draw. But when you've been to 20 countries, 20.
Hello. So I'm in South Beloit, and I don't know if I've ever said anything on the internet about this before. So my eyes just give up sometimes, like especially if I'm staring for too long, like I am out of windshield, and they'll just like get really, really like painful and then just start watering all over the place. It happens to me like every day. It's real annoying, but especially if I'm staring at screens or out windows for long periods of time. So my eyeliner was perfectly flawless earlier, and now it's kind of fucked because my eyes gave up. But it's okay, because the only people who are gonna see me are on the internet, so it's all good. Anyway, I still have like 2.5 hours to get home, but we're making it through. We got through Chicago basically unscathed. I'll knock on my wood paneling in my car because we're superstitious. Anyway, 2.5 hours, making it through, doing fine. Alright, catch you later. Yay, made it to Wisconsin!
What I found is that none of those that terminated was for life. None of them helped. So I'm choose hash because it's all entire continent. So story. And you're just like, oh, what the
It's very funny. It is very funny to me. You're on that slippery slope of are you going into coercion here? Are you
Hello and welcome to the chaos. Yeah, it's raining really fucking hard, and some people are being smart and putting on their hazards and like pulling over to the side of the road if they can't see, and then there's these fucking assholes who have huge fucking trucks and jeeps that are just like, yeah, I want to die today and kill everyone with me, and they're going way too fast when you can't see 20 feet in front of you. I love this. This is real fucking safe, guys. Greatly appreciated. But, I mean, I would be enjoying the storm if I wasn't having to fucking white knuckle my steering wheel. Yay. Anyway, I'm like 45 minutes away from home, so we're getting there. It's just torrential downpouring. Yay! And lightning all over the place. I haven't heard any thunder, probably because the rain is so deafening. I don't even know if you can hear me right now with how loud it is. But, you know, we're making her. The plants are going to be happy. Great. Happy for them. I'd like to make it home in one piece, along with my car making it in one piece. So, hoping for that. Anyway, just figured I would check in. And it's really dark, except for the spot where the sun still is, and it's trying. But we out here, we doing things. I'm hoping some of that cool rain shower picks up, because when it was super heavy, it was just, the sky was black, and you couldn't move forward. It was so dark. So, I'm hoping some of that picked up. If not, just know that it was cool. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go back to paying attention fully to the road now.